what you remember.
So my name's Sarah Jane, I'm 24 and I'm from Sydney, Australia. I think that I'm probably the world's most dedicated freestyle collector. I can't confirm that, but from what I know, yes I am. I started collecting freestyles about 4 years ago. A Reebok Freestyle has that really slimline shape, that high ankle. It's quite a sexy shoe. There's not really that many shoes that just do a solid colour. And I think for women, especially in the 80s when fluoro was so popular and leotards and lycra wear, having an all over coloured shoe is perfect for that total colour look, which is something I love wearing. You could take it from the gym floor to the nightclub door. I just think that the Reebok Freestyle was such an influential shoe for its time. Growing up in Australia, I never really saw a lot of Reebok or a lot of Reebok Freestyles because we've never really had them here as a cultural item. So I definitely saw them through American press, early 90s, late 80s, but we never really saw girls walking around Sydney in freestyles. So after a trip to London, I started to fall in love with them and I bought my first pair on eBay secondhand. This is them, they're white, they're 82s, they're originals. They were my first pair. They're very worn in, as you can see, and from there I've just kept on collecting. I don't just collect freestyles, I collect all the offshoots. So I have plie-A's, Exafits, dance, double bubbles, you name it, platforms, I'm all over it. I remember going to the gym with my mum and the biggest fashion crime was being committed at this time, and it was women wearing like aerobic leotard shorts, like spandex shorts with the aerobic leotards over the top, but they were G-string leotards, and it was terrible. And that was the uniform. My mum went to the Bodyline gym at Bankstown, I remember it, and all the women would wear Reeboks. This was just it. They would all wear Reeboks, and that's when I started to really notice the shoe. I think it started to get its real legs later though, as the aerobic and the slimline shoe phase sort of died out. In 1994, I went to the States with my grandparents on my first big American holiday, my grandparents and my cousin, and we went to all the sneaker factories in LA, just out of Hollywood, and we bought so many shoes. And my grandfather bought me pumps, and my cousin had these ones, I can't say what they are. I think they were an offshoot of dance. And that was just what we wore, and we were so lucky at school because we were the girls that had the pumps and we had the cool trainers. Reebok Barbie. I mean, come on. Could you imagine these days, like Barbie signing a deal with Nike Dunk or something? Like, it would never happen. Imagine that. Imagine that for product placement when you know, you've got ads on TV, on Nickelodeon or something, and you know, them talking about, oh, Reebok Barbie, you know, like it would never happen. Imagine the backlash you would get for parents about the fact that a toy was pushing a big corporation, a big brand. You would never get it. This is the shit that marketers would die for these days. You know, 2 pairs of Reebok high tops for Christy. Check it out. They were $5. Here they all are. They were all part of the all-American Barbie. Like, how is that for a cultural influence? So I'd like to talk about Paula Abdul. Here she is. This is a picture. She was a cheer girl for the Lakers, and that's who Reebok sponsored. It says, millions of girls want to be in her shoes, but she wants to be in ours. It's 1989 and she's advertising the Reebok dance. For me, Paula Abdul is definitely a big part of the Reebok movement. And Sybil Shepherd, who rocked up to the 85 Emmys wearing bright orange Reebok Freestyles, I assume they would have been like this. Punky Brewster did this thing where she would wear 2 different freestyles, so she'd wear 1 orange and 1 green, for example. And this was a huge key look. Everyone wanted to be like her. She was so epic. To have people like rock up to Emmy Awards wearing the product, you know, and wearing a product that was, you know, what was it, $49.99 to buy in New York City. You know, that's how they got the name 5411. So, you know, $49.99 plus tax. It's crazy to think that happened. So for me, definitely, the names I associate are all your aerobic names, are all your 80s kind of style icons. Reebok was cool as shit and everyone just wanted to copy, and it's amazing now, 25 years later, with the anniversary, that this has just come back in such a big way.